What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elite Dangerous. When we left off in the last episode, we actually made quite a bit of progress. I think we made close to 1,400, or maybe 2,400, I can't remember exactly, light years away from where we started, and we ended up at Polo Harbor, which is the second station we've arrived at in our excursion towards both Colonia and the Jacques Outpost, as well as the center of the galaxy in Sagittarius A. So, well, that's interesting. I think they changed that interface up a little bit. So, one thing that I had mentioned in the last episode was whether or not exploration data counted towards the Jacques Station's community goal, and through the comments I have basically confirmed that that's not the case. There's actually an item that you were supposed to get, and if the information I got through the comments was accurate, it was way back in like the standard space with everybody. So yeah, there's no way I'm contributing to that community goal if that's the only place you can get it from. So there's that. Now so because of that, I'm going to go ahead and dump all of my cartographics. So it's going to be a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it. We're at 11 point, you could say 11.1 million right now in credits. So that'll give you a good idea of how much we actually make off of this. So I will be back in a second when we've sold off all of our data. Okay, so from the looks of things, we got roughly about 2 million, give or take, because we went from 11.1 to 13. Now, that's not as significant as I expected it to be, but I did get thinking about it, and basically this was a much shorter jaunt between the last station and this station, as opposed to going all the way back from known space and then finding a station kind of thing. So I guess we hadn't gone as far in between there without discovering something, so there is that. We're still at a Pathfinder rank, it looks like, for Explorer, which is fine. Now, this episode, since it's right here, I'm right on a station where I've already docked, so I know if something happened, you know, I would lose 777,000 and respawn right here. I'm actually going to do a thing I've never done before. We're going to go tackle a neutron star. I think. Maybe. So I had to switch the map to realistic from my filter because my filter was only showing stars that had, or systems that had scoopable stars. So I had to turn that off, and then I basically used a tool that was also sent to me in the comments, where you can basically kind of plan a route to a neutron star. And there was one, and you can see in the star type, neutron star, in the left there, there was one here that it's only 13 light years away, so that's not really even much of a jump for me. I think my max range at the moment is 30-something. And it's very conveniently located to something else, so if I ended up in a pickle, I could bail and jump out. Now, I did watch a video on how you're supposed to do this correctly, but, you know, good luck with that. We'll see if that actually works. It kind of seems, anyway, like from what I can tell, we're gonna need to get clear of this. So we need to get unmask locked. But it kind of seems like...
Frameshift drive.
How do I put it?
Starport restrictions lifted. Good luck, Commander.
I didn't know there was a starport restriction. That's cool. It kind of seems as though if I do this right, I'll put it this way. The video made it look really easy. Wait.
4, 3,
There we go. So if I screw this up, it's probably my bad, but I guess the thing that concerns me is dropping in, because I have no control of how close I am to the star when I drop in. And the gravitational pull is an issue that I'm concerned about, so we're going to see how this works. But if it works, we could be in a better situation with our jump range. I don't know if it'll show up now. It won't show up while we're frame shifting. Alright, so stop Stop. Actually, we're gonna go this way a minute. And I am gonna pulse. I gotta keep an eye on that trail, though. Alright. Now, the biggest thing is I want to stay away from the trail, I guess. What is this? No. Where... Oh, yeah, there. Okay, so we're 0.71. The guy in the video that I watched was like 0.22, so I know I can get a little closer than this. But I guess the idea here... and I'm gonna kind of float here just for a second, so that I can not only scan this, but also kind of get a cool screenshot, because that'll probably be the highlight of this episode, is using a neutron star. So, the idea here is we want to slowly creep over to the trail, and when it says you're being affected by gravity, I don't think you slow down completely, but you kind of want to not go that way. You want to kind of fight and go this way. And then when it says you're charged, kind of basically get out of dodge, is what I think they're doing. But like I said, not real familiar with this stuff, so I have no idea what I'm doing. We're just going to see if this works. And I'm sure it's one of those after a while, it won't be an issue. Okay, stop. Nope, go. No, this way. Okay, we're still pretty far away from it. So it probably isn't too terrible of a thing. Frameshift drive supercharged. Okay, now I want to kind of get out of it. Alright, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. What did that do for us? Where does it say? Functions? 126 jump range, or 135 unladen, I think is the... Woo! That's quite the boost. Okay. So let's turn our filter back on and see where we can go. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's try something. I think this lasts for one jump. I don't think it lasts for a ridiculous amount of time. So we're just going to pick an arbitrary number heading towards that way. What do I say it was? 130 something? Come on. 49. Thankfully, there are plenty of stars in the area. 126. 132. Let's go with that one right there. We're just going to target that one for now. But what I'm going to actually do is see if there's any neutron stars in the area. Headed towards that way, and see if I can kind of plot my own route here, and jumping from star to star is what we're gonna see if we can do, but I don't know if that'll work or not. Okay, so I've plotted out a few things, a few of them here, again using that guide tool thing that kind of shows you where neutron stars are. I really hope at some point, kind of like they did before, with the map filter, I'm hoping that they'll add neutron stars to the filter at some point. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, there's 4 here that kind of look like they're heading about, give or take, about 100 light years a pop, give or take. This last one's a little bit further away. I don't know if I can make that from there to there or not. I think that'll be a in-between route. So probably about this guy I'm going to end up reassessing. Now the other thing is I don't know in terms of fuel how this is going to work and how often we'll have to refuel. And another thing that needs to be noted, am I out of the jet stream? I think.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so let's see how this works with our supercharged frameshift drive. But one of the things also is, I guess this wears and tears on your frameshift drive, so it's important to have a field maintenance kit, and I think I have 1 or 2 on mine. So it's important to have that so that you can repair your ship as you're going, kind of thing. And I apologize if this takes a minute for me to get used to that kind of thing. lock on. Nothing here. Just this. Actually, that's a really cool... that's a really cool shot right there with all the stars clustered behind it. Alright, so I think we're okay as long as we go slow and go away from it. That seems to be the general idea. I don't know exactly, like, speed-wise. The video I watched said to go slow, so I don't know if it pulls you in harder the faster you're going, or if it's just that you don't want to get too far into it, and the slower you go, the less, the more time you have to react, kind of thing. Not really sure. I'm just kind of doing it because it's working. So, you know. Alright, now we want to get out. Get out, 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 out. Got it. Alright, cool. So we're getting the hang of this. That's not too bad. Just for kicks and giggles, though, yeah, I have 2 field maintenance things, and my frame shift is at 98, so it is wearing and tearing on it a bit. Okay, so now we pull up the galaxy map, and I'm going to mark in the midst of all this chaos. Mark my next bookmark. I could go to the bookmarks list, I guess, if I knew what I was actually doing. So that's 113. Not bad. Where's that stream? Okay. So we've done effectively like 4 jumps. 3, no. 1 to the first one, 1 to this one, and now 1 to this one. So this will be our 3rd. And we've covered like 1 here, 1 here, so like 200 light years, 220, something like that. So that's pretty awesome. These are really good. I will say it's probably not going to be that much faster than me going my normal routes at the moment because I'm not as used to it. So it's taking me a minute to kind of get used to how I'm actually supposed to be doing this. But it's not bad. It's not nearly as terrifying as I expected it to be. Mainly because I did watch a video on pretty much how to do it right. So, you know, there's that. And I think after this one, I will probably end up not being able to make the next one. So I'll probably go back to my normal route for a couple of jumps so that I can get my fuel back up and repair my ship and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm still not really sure how slow I have to go, or if that's really a factor from this far away. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's one of those, like, the faster you hit the gravity well, you know. Come on, get out. Out, uh-oh, come on. There we go. So I think I'm far enough away from them that they're not pulling too hard on me, so it's not too difficult to get out of, which is a good thing. A really good thing. Okay. Yeah, but see, this type of stuff is what's taking a bit longer than if I was doing it manually. Or not manually, if I was doing it through the route plotting. So I would like them to add neutron stars at some point, so you could say just neutron stars, or neutron stars and refuelable star, you know, whatever. Actually, that would be the perfect hybrid, is neutron stars and refuelable stars. Because then you could, like, it would be kind of like a guess. It'd be like, oh, cool, I got a better one, you know. But I'll put it to you like this. I mean, normally it takes me 40 minutes or so to go about 999 whatever light years that I can go. So this has put me at, I think that was my 3rd charge, so my 2nd neutron jump, or 3rd neutron jump? I don't know, I can't keep track. But yeah, I mean, that's basically like 200-300 light years that we just cleared out of the quote-unquote 900 it would normally take. Now, like I said, it is taking me a little bit longer than it probably would if I was super used to this stuff. but I'm not. So, I mean, we've done 3 in a row. We're not doing too bad. We didn't die. So, you know, there's that. Come on. Come on, charge me up. Alright, get out of here. Out of here. Get out. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, we just did, that's like our 3rd or 4th try. I'm really having a hard time keeping track of this, actually. But yeah, that was probably our 3rd or 4th charge, something like that. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Now this one I don't think I can get to. I think this is going to be too far away. I think. 160. Yeah, it's just a hair too far away. Now, I could switch on my filter and find one that's like 130 or something away. Let's go a little bit closer, 28. So that's a safe one, that's a refuelable one. So we'll go there. And then we might be able to hit the other one along the way. So this is definitely very productive.
Frameshift drive charging.
When we get here, I'm going to refuel, as well as probably run my auto field maintenance stuff, and probably work on doing another route a little bit.
4, 3, 2,
Probably like
engage.
see if I can make it to that Neutron one that was just a hair far away, and then maybe check the website thing again and see what other ones are in range. Is probably not a bad range from that one anyway. And we'll go from there. But let me refuel, repair, all that good stuff, and do another route setup, and we'll see where we can get to. Okay, so I didn't plot all of them, but I did mark quite a few of them along the route that I had picked up, which is a really good setup, because if you think about it, when I do an episode of like 40 minutes or whatever, and it takes that whole time and about 33 jumps to get 900 light years, I counted this out, and I think this is 12. It's like 1, 2, 3, well, not counting these that we already did, but still, let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that puts us in the ballpark of 1,500 light years instead of 33, which puts it at 900. So, I mean, granted, there's going to be a few jumps here and there where we can't quite get to each one of these. Some of them are 150 or whatever. So there's going to be a couple jumps here and there where we're either going to have to stop for fuel or whatnot. But that's still that's 12 jumps, and we're halfway to Colonia from where we started from, and Colonia is like 4,000 light years away. So it's a really big improvement. Now I am going to have to make one normal jump here. I did my repairs and everything, though I must admit I kind of goofed and tried to repair my frameshift drive while I was still in Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive
That
charging.
hence the 99 integrity there, because it pulled me out of Super Cruise abruptly, and my ship was not happy about it. So, you know, there's that. But,
4, 3,
but yeah,
2,
so
1, engage.
we're gonna try this, and I'm kind of gonna go as far as I can go. I probably won't do too many more cuts for this episode. I kind of chopped it up a little bit there to get some plotting going, because I wasn't able to do it the way we're used to doing things. So, you know, where I can just freeform jump and not have to look at my galaxy map and so on. So we're gonna make one... Oops. Now that I think about it, I need to actually mark this. Okay. Let's see. We gotta turn this off now. Find my bookmark and target that. Okay. Now I know where I'm going.
Fuel scooping.
So yeah, and I did repair a couple of things. Mainly my canopy and my
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Wait, didn't top off all the way. I think I did my canopy and my frame shift drive.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So we're pretty good
Fuel
on...
scoop disengaged.
I think we'll have more than enough field maintenance stuff to do this and get to
Charging.
Colonia, because I had like 4,400 and I think it's 42 now, and I did like 2 or 3 things. So if I'm only doing my frame shift drive every 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, I don't think I'd want it to go past like 95%. Because I thought I read somewhere where after a certain percentage, it's like 95, 90, 85, somewhere in there, I think the thing starts getting a little more inefficient. That might just be something I made up, I don't know, but I thought I read that somewhere anyway. Okay. These are really cool looking though, I gotta admit. They're pretty awesome. And there's a couple different ways I could speed this up too, like not scanning them, for example, but I figure neutron stars are probably worth a lot. I don't know, could be wrong. Might not be worth much at all, but I would think they're more of a commodity than a normal star, so I would think it would be useful. Oh. Alright, come on, charge me up. Charge me up, get me out. Charge me up, get me out. Load me up and light a match. I'm still not out of its pull, I don't think. Or I was holding I was holding my left fin. That's funny. I thought it was still pulling me in, and it's out of paranoia I was still holding the button. That's really funny. Okay, so this one we should be able to make, I think. Oh, 177. Nope, not gonna make that. Okay, back to the filter. And I gotta see... We gotta do a little experimenting here. I think if I'm within my range, it'll let me plot the route. So that's 134. So I should be able to make that. So because I'm unladen and I don't have anything in my cargo hold, I guess I can do the 135, not the 120. So that's good to know too. Okay.
Cannot comply.
Receives drive fuel limit. Okay. That is not accurate. Let's double check this. Is this my target? 134. Okay, so that's not a thing. I wonder what that 134 is then. Let's try this. That's 130. It's kind of in the middle of the two. Maybe that was...
Cannot comply.
Nope. Still not gonna do it. That's weird. That's really weird, because it does tell me that, and I don't really have any cargo. So I'm kind of surprised that it won't let me do it. And I can plot a route to it. Though, I guess plotting a route just means you're within the range. No, because...
Frame shift drive
100
charging.
and... I mean, I can go out to 999, so that's weird. That's very odd. I'm not quite sure how that works. Obviously, we know we can do 124, though, because it has a 126, but I am kind of curious why it tells me the number in the parentheses, and because I don't have a cargo hold, I would think that would be unladen. Like, I don't have anything, so I shouldn't have any weight that weighs me down. But, I don't know. Very strange. Very, very strange. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I guess, that first jump, I don't think it lets me plot a route. Let's plot one to there. How many jumps would that be? I'm still trying to gauge what the best system for this is. That's 31. And this is probably going to be 31. Because I have it set to fastest. That's a 62. I missed a jump somewhere in the middle here, I guess. No? How am I going to make 60? Oh, it's 62 from me. That would be 31 again. Duh. Okay. We're actually going to route to here. And then I'm just going to jump up to this one, because I think I can make that at that point. Is what I'm thinking. Because then that's, yeah, that's only going to be a few light years away. So we're going to do that. But like I said, unfortunately, it's one of those, the neutron stars are going to be a lot more quicker for jumping. I don't know that they're the most time efficient, at least with the current structure. Now, if I could include neutron stars in my route, it would be a different story, especially the double whammy to that would be if it could basically predict when I picked up and then adapted kind of thing. Like if I got a neutron star to charge my drive and then it was like, okay, now you can go this far, and then it adapted my route, that would just make it like all the more awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. The route part is a little up in the air to me as to what the best way to go about doing it is. Because basically, if I'm not using a neutron star, I like using the filtered route, because then every jump I can just top my fuel off and I never have to really stop, which is very beneficial for me. And I guess one or two jumps in between a neutron star really isn't that big of a deal. It's more the time that it takes me to stop and plan and find a spot and all that kind of stuff. That's really the more time-sinky part of this system at the moment, of how I'm doing it. But again, I don't know that it's the best way to do it. I don't know that it's the worst way to do it either. But the only way I'll really be able to tell is at the end of this episode, right before we wrap everything up, I will more than likely... and I will say this, there is a part of this route that I have where there's 4 or 5 neutron stars like back to back, and you don't have any of these little pond skip kind of jumps in here to get to another one. And those, I mean, there's no question that would be way more efficient, because you're just going to be jumping from one big jump to the next kind of thing. But yeah, at the end of the episode, we're probably just going to have to pause before... Oh, there's 2 of them. That's cool. We're probably just going to have to stop and check where we left from, and kind of just gauge and see how far we've come, and kind of figure out if that's any faster or not, because that's the only way I'll be able to tell, really. I think it is. I really do, because I don't see how, even if you've got to take a few seconds here and there to plan out another jump, I really can't see how taking then another 100 light years in one jump can't be more efficient. Because, you know, think about it this way. If my max jump is 30, or 31, whatever, then I would need to go at least 4 jumps to get to the 100, 120 bracket, right? So I'm cutting 4 jumps out by doing 1 with a neutron star. So does it take a minute or 2 to charge it and get lined up and figure out where you're going? Yeah, but you know, I'm still skipping 4 jumps in between there. So does it take the time it takes to do 4 of them? Probably not. And that goes, you know, multiplied for 1 star to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next kind of thing if you're going from back-to-back neutrons. You know, that would just make it that much more crazy, basically. Alright. So, let's head over to the tail, or cone, or whatever it's called. I call it the tail. And I would like, for those of you that are comfortable and familiar with the mechanics of the game and all that kind of stuff, I would like to know... Oh, did I get thrown out of it? No, I don't want to go towards it. No, no, no. I don't think I got... I don't think I was in it long enough. There we go. Alright, now get me out of here. I think the biggest thing too, because it can get kind of disorienting when it spins you around, is if you leave your target, the neutron star, and then you look at your little compass thing, as long as that dot's hollow, you know you're going away from it in some manner. So that's kind of what I've been using. I don't know if anybody has any better ideas or not. I found that to be useful. But anyways, any of you that are really familiar with the neutron mechanics and stuff, let me know if there is a speed factor as far as... it's 140. They're always like just shy. If there is a speed factor in terms of, you know, what did I say? 126 was my max with this. Right, let's do that then. Like, does it matter if you go into the tail really fast, or, you know, so on and so forth, or is that just kind of a,
Frameshift drive
you know,
charging.
it just is up to pilot discretion or whatever? Because I'm wondering if the video I watched mentioned going in slower so that you had more time to react and you weren't like in the middle where it's got the most pull or something, or if it's some kind of relational relative type of thing where if you go in faster it pulls you to it faster or something like that. Again, I'm no physicist or anything, so the gravitational physics and stuff is kind of beyond me. I mean, it's fun and fascinating, and if you explain it to me, I get it, but as far as could I just do the math on my own and figure it out, probably not. I'm a good math person when it comes to, like, accounting and algebra. When it comes to, like, you know, physics and stuff, it starts to trail off on me a bit. But yeah, I'm just kind of more... Oh, crap. I pulled up too fast. Yeah. Whoops. I'm just beating my ship up lately. Okay. Now, let's... I'm gonna have to drop a heat sink, I think. Where am I going next? Can I get to the... Let's see if I can get to it from here. Oh, that's right, I've got the filter on. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I don't like having to switch my filters all the time. Yeah, I can make that. And we'll just kind of repair and refuel off of our next one. Let me guess, this is going into the star, isn't it? Oh, not quite. That's not bad. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're going to pop a heatsink. If it will do it. There we go. Now charge up.
Frameshift drive charging.
See? I'm getting there. I'm learning my Elite Dangerousness stuff. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Everybody that's always like, you need to do this and you do that, that are like expert players, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm learning my stuff. We're doing okay. Boom. Right next to a star. Jumped out at 80%. We're good. Using neutron stars like a boss. Probably not. Probably like a rookie, but you know, let me have that one. So, I mean, we've used a bunch of neutron stars this episode, and I have not died once. I am very proud of myself. Stars are getting really dense, but they're looking really cool next to these neutron ones. It really brings out the blue in their eyes. Okay, let's see if we can get over here to the tail. I like the tail. The tail is nice. It's very unimposing, the tail. Okay. I'm hoping that at some point soon here... Come on. Thank you. Let me out. I'm hoping that at some point here we'll get to that stretch where there's multiple neutrons, because that'll be fun. I think it's probably right around here, actually. I think it's this. I think it's these 4 or 5 right here that look closer together. I think those are the ones that are kind of like more of a highway. You can just go from one to the next to the next to the next. As opposed to that one. It's gotta be freaking 20 extra light years away. Okay. I guess it's 30, because I can't really make the 130 mark like I thought I could, for whatever reason. Okay. Let's get to going.
Frameshift drive.
And I think this might be my last jump for this episode, because we made a pretty good bit of progress. And I'll basically refuel, repair, get all that squared away for the next episode and all that kind of stuff, and then I can wrap up here, and we'll just pick this up in the next one and be able to go from neutron to neutron and go from there. But I will say, I'm doing, I think, better than the guide thing was showing when I pulled it up, because there was some that it was like, it'll take you 4 jumps to get there, and I jumped like, used the neutron charge and jumped really close to another neutron and then jumped to that. So because I'm doing it manually and eyeballing it, I'm cutting off a few of them, but I think even it had me at like 100 jumps or something, so it shouldn't take us too much longer at this pace with these routes and stuff, using the neutrons and stuff. It shouldn't take us too much longer to get to Colonia, I hope. My concern is basically just that because of the time it takes in between there to set everything up, that it's not really ending up that much faster, kind of thing. Now, without a target, can I just hit... There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to drop out of Super Cruise so that I can repair my frameshift drive. That was what I messed up before. We have 4208 in one, or actually in both. So we're going to turn this off. We're going to repair that.
Module repaired.
Okay, we're at 4135 on both. So that was only like 150, somewhere in there, give or take, for 3%, which is 3 jumps. So we should have more than enough field maintenance stuff. I mean, like, plenty to get where we're going. You know what? Can I scan this while I'm not in Super Cruise? Because that would probably be a smart idea, since I'm going to be sitting here. No, of course not. Well...
Frameshift drive.
That's a very scary sight, by the way. I'm just gonna frameshift drive right into a star. Oh, throttle up. I was gonna say, I was like... I don't have an alignment thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Please don't kill me! Alright. Now we're gonna lock onto that, let that scan. Back to our galaxy map here. So we should only be... Ugh! I hate that. I really do. It bugs me. 29. So I can make that jump in 1, and then we can get a going on that. Ooh! I hadn't looked at the realistic map in a while, but with this star density, there's a lot of blue. Ooh, I'm probably giving someone a seizure, my bad. Okay. So we're here. Now let's trace things back to Polo Harbor here, which is somewhere in this region. I don't know if this was... I think this was actually... Wow, where is it? Why won't it highlight? Come on. Seriously. Stop it. Okay, so that is Polo Harbor. So that's 900. So actually, we went a little bit slower. However, we got a little bit of a slower start with getting off of the world and the intro where I was selling my stuff and things like that. So we didn't get quite as far, but didn't seem like it took us as long either. So let me know what you guys think. Is it faster to go this route, or should I just stick with the jump-to-jump system and go that route? I don't know, actually, because I really thought we would have gone farther, but I was getting the hang of the mechanics and things and not really sure of what was going on. So let me know what you guys think. Did you like that better, or what? In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace!